Before we begin, I just want to apologize about the audio, guys. In case you didn't know, the headsets that I normally use to record with, they broke on me finally. So I am stuck using the PlayStation wireless headsets. So if you hear any weird noises or the audio doesn't sound good, I do apologize about that. Also, I still do have the fan on in my room because it is still hot out. So I don't know, guys. It's going to take a while for me to get a new headset. So just bear with me and enjoy the video. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are back with some Fernbus Simulator. So we took last week off from the game. We didn't have any content. That's basically just because a lot of things gaming-wise hit it at the same time. I had just bought House Flipper. I wanted to do some content on that, but then the Angler came out, and that kind of blindsided me, and I got that, and I wasn't expecting to enjoy that game as much as I did, and I spent way too much time playing that game and having a good time with it. But we're back this week, and today we're going to be unlocking a couple cities. It's not really important what we're driving to. I really just wanted to, talk about what is going on with this game. We haven't heard anything. I mean, TML, they posted a couple things on Facebook that were really meaningless. They updated like a cover photo, and it still just says Fernbus Tourist Bus. Twitter, the only thing they ever post on Twitter has to do with Flashbase FM, which is apparently their radio station or radio show or something. I have no idea. It's weird. I don't really understand where their priorities are. I've even commented on their Twitter post with Flashbase FM. I'm like, hey, you know what? Are you a game developer? Are you a radio station? What are you? Because they seem to put so much more effort into promoting that Flashbase FM than they do any of their games. I'm really confused as to what they are, if they're more into that or what. And I mean, they said Denmark was coming in summer, so they're running out of time. They're running out of time to hit the summer deadline for console anyway. And I'm just here to kind of talk about my personal thoughts, my own opinions on things. So, disclaimer, I don't have any inside information. Okay, this isn't coming from anywhere except my own personal thoughts on this. Okay, and I know I've gotten like flack in the past before for saying that these are opinions, but you would be surprised the people in the comments that kind of act like us YouTubers, know something more, like we're, somehow connected to the. I am not connected to the developers at all. These are just my opinions. So what I really think is happening is, I think the one thing that Fabian told the truth on is that he was the one pushing for the console releases of these games, because it sure as hell seems like since he left Aerosoft, there's nothing, right? We don't hear about any of these games anymore. We hear about the new game from On the Road. We hear about that one. This game is just silent. The last thing I've heard about it, they said that there was some issue with the DLC and the certification on console that they were trying to work out. God, that feels like that had to be a couple weeks ago now. They said that, so I can't imagine what it is that's so bad that is taking this long to fix. If you want me to be 100% honest with my thoughts, I think this game is going to die on console. I think it's going to die fairly soon. We may get the Denmark DLC. I'm going to say that we may. Honestly, at this point in time, I'm not even really confident that that's going to get released. But I will say that probably the Denmark DLC will get released. Anything past that, boy, I wouldn't hold my breath, guys. I really wouldn't. Now again, I may be completely wrong about this, and I kind of hope I am. I really do. I hope I am, but I'm just not seeing anything to motivate me to think that they care about this game at all. Matter of fact, I know they don't. Like they've pretty much come out and said so right in their Discord that, they never wanted to be involved in console. That was totally on Aerosoft. And I mean, technically, TML isn't. And that's the other thing I want to clear up. Like, I'm sick of people coming at me saying it's zero games. If you want to bitch at a developer, go bitch at zero games. I absolutely will not bitch at zero games about this, and I'll tell you why. When I boot up the game, it says TML, it says Aerosoft, then it says Fernbus Simulator. Okay, nowhere on this game does it say zero games. Zero games is hidden in the credits. If you want to play the credits, you'll see them. But in my opinion, TML and Aerosoft, they're the ones to blame. Their names are all over the game. If you don't want to take any responsibility, then TML should have told Aerosoft, look it, we don't care. If you want to bring the game to console, that's fine, but put Zero's name on the game. Okay? When that first screen pops up, right, let it say Zero Games, not TML, because we don't want to be associated with it. But the fact of the matter is, it does say TML. So as long as this game says TML first, okay, I am going to direct my dissatisfaction with TML and Aerosoft. Okay? It's not Zero Games' fault that TML sold the rights to Aerosoft. It's not their fault that Aerosoft, doesn't do anything with games after they release them. So like I said, if TML doesn't want to be associated with it, then their name shouldn't be on the game. They should have made some kind of deal with Aerosoft saying, if this company is going to port the game over to console, fine, put their name on it. Just let everybody know that we're not associated with it. And if they would have done that, I'd have been like, cool, yeah, I get that. I respect that. Even I would respect that. But the fact that their name is still on the game, and they treat it as such, then no, they're not going to get let off the hook. And the way I see it, they're not even that great of a developer on the PC side. I mean, this game is far from perfect on PC. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not perfect. The bus isn't perfect on PC. I've heard nothing new about the bus. These developers say nothing. I hate to say it, but Fabian was the only one that was willing to talk about any of these games. And yes, he said very little. I will agree that most of his videos seem to talk a little bit about the game, but wanted to promote his channel and his playing the game more. But it was something. At least it was something. I mean, if you're starving, right, a crumb is going to be something. It's better than nothing, I guess. That's where we're at. And that's where we're at now. We get absolutely nothing. They won't talk about it. They won't tell anybody what's going on. And we're just left in the dark. And like I said, I feel like they're going to abandon this game. I kind of feel like the game already is abandoned. And it's a shame because I really do enjoy the game. As gamers, we tend to be the most critical of games that we enjoy. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some games that I'm critical of because they were just absolute garbage. Okay? But those also aren't games that I continue to play. Those aren't games that I continue to do content on. I wouldn't have so many videos of this game on my channel and live streaming it if I didn't enjoy the game. I won't lie to you guys. This game does generate the most views for me. But with that being said, if I didn't enjoy playing the game, even with those views, I wouldn't continue to put the game on the channel. I can't. I can't make content on the game that I don't enjoy. If that was the case, my channel would be huge, and I would be playing something like, Call of Duty or freaking Fortnite or something. So that's not what my channel's about. That's not what I'm about. So, moving forward, what do we have to look forward to? Do we have anything to look forward to? And in my honest opinion, I would say, as of right now, the only thing I would really say they had to look forward to is the Alaskan Trucker game. That's about the only game I see on the horizon that I think has potential. I like the fact that it is what it is. They come out and they said, "Look, at this is more like a survival trucking game," and I kind of like that. Like I think that can work. It's not necessarily the trucking game that I want. You know, like a lot of you, I would love to see ETS2 kind of trucking game come to console. But the Alaskan Truckers, I feel it has a lot of potential for what it is. I still need to see more of the game though. I need to see more of the map. Um, I just need to see more of the game, and they don't even have a date for release on console. It's supposed to be this year, so hopefully it is. But I have no clue. And then they have the Australian trucker game that is still in development. They just posted a new video last week, I want to say. And again, the game looks really promising. Now, again, with that game, they said a long time ago when they first announced it that they did plan on bringing it to console. Since then, they haven't really said anything more about that. They haven't discussed anything about it being on console. They haven't said much. They haven't said much at all. I mean, the game is really moving slow. I don't know if it's a very small team or what is involved with it, but they're moving very slow. They did release a game on Steam. It's free. If you're on PC, you can download it now. It's like Australian truck driving school or something like that. Um, it's the same. It's the same premise in a way, but it's more like it's a game where like you're doing challenges, learning how to drive and stuff like that. It looks pretty cool. It looks promising. But again, that I have no idea. There's no dates attached to that game whatsoever. The Alaska Truck game is supposed to be out sometime this year. So there's that. Geez, what else is there? In the way of like driving sims, man, it's slim picking. It really is. There's that game from Sedesco. It's like the American Truck Driver or something like that. It's basically Truck Driver 2. Actually looks horrible to me. Again, they're focusing on some kind of storyline. Their whole thing is that you're the truck driver, not the truck. And I mean, I guess there may be some people out there that would be interested in something like that, but I think a lot of the sim community are adults, and they just don't want that like kiddie style gameplay where you're driving a truck like it's a race car. You can smash into things. You can just get to where you're going as quickly as possible. That's just not what we're interested in. And again, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The bar is set so low. Like, it really wouldn't take much for a developer to make a good trucking game because the bar is just set so low for driving sims on console. It isn't even funny. Like, literally, I've said it before. I'll say it again. Fernbus is the best driving simulator on console at the moment. And that's not saying much, guys. That bar is set very low. I would have to say it would be like Fernbus. Uh, I would say Tourist Bus, except for the problems it has and the inconsistency with the steering. So I'm gonna have to say Fernbus. Then Bus Simulator 21 would be the top two, in my opinion. And like I said, that's really not a high bar, is it? It's really not. So, a game company has to come along to just give us something better than that. It can't be that difficult. SCS, they're talking. They're reworking their engine. They thought that they would be done with that by the end of this year, but it looks like they kind of miscalculated how much it was going to take to do that, so they're still working on it. Apparently, still possibly by the end of the year. He did say that they have some big news coming up in December. I don't think that's going to be anything console related. I don't think it's going to be anything about the new engine. I'm sure it's probably going to be about like a new DLC or something like that. I'm going to guess. So if the new engine doesn't come out till sometime next year, and I think they said like maybe around springtime, And that engine will have compatibility for console. He said that they are working with dev kits for the Xbox Series S, X, and the PS5. So it's promising. Again, though, those guys over there, they have a lot on their plate. I'm going to say the head guy over there, I don't know if he's the president of the company or what he is, but he seems very ambitious. I don't think, I think he's just ambitious. I think he has a lot of things. I think he's got a lot of visions for the game. But the fact of the matter is, he's got too many ambitions for what they could put out in a given year. So, I do think that we will see an ATS and ETS2 on console at some point. If someone twisted my arm right now, I would say possibly the end of 2024, most likely sometime in 2025. That would be my guess. But then again, it might be later. I know that he did mention in the past that he would like to get the game out on the current gen. So I don't know. You know what I mean? It's hard to say. I see a lot of people saying that he promises a lot and he doesn't do things. There's lots of things that he's said in the past that they still don't have in the game. But again, from what I hear from him, I just think he's ambitious. I think he's got a lot of passion for the game. But I think, it's just the things that he wants in the game. It's not going to be something that he can just put in quickly. They have so many things that they're doing over there that it's not going to happen quick. So that is where we're at. Like I said, I always hope that there's news that I can bring you guys. I always hope that I can, make a video and be like, guys, Denmark's out. The Van Hool is in the game. We had new places to go to, but yeah, there's just nothing. There's just nothing to say. So with that being said, I don't have anything more to say. If you watched to this point, I thank you. As always, drop in the comments what you guys think. I pretty much know what the community thinks about it, but I'm always happy to hear you guys. Maybe you guys have a different take on it. I would love to hear that. Otherwise, if you did enjoy the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Don't forget to join my Discord. Link for that will be in the description. We have a lot of fun over there. We can talk about all the games that we play on the channel, so don't feel like the Discord is biased to one thing or another. I am willing to talk to anybody. You pop in there, you say hi, I'm going to say hi. If you want to talk about this game, if you want to talk about the Angler, if you want to talk about Bus Simulator 21, Farming Simulator, hunting games, any game I play on the channel at the moment or in the past, I'm willing to talk about it. Gaming is my thing. I love it. We can talk about lots of other things as well. So, yeah, join that. Really trying to expand the community over there. I would really appreciate it. So, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with the rest of this trip here. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And hopefully I can give you guys some good news about this game soon. That's what I'm hoping anyway.
プレイステーション